To this game, and after watching the films of Pitt and how they always seem to rise to the occasion, they've had several games where they will be behind and they rip it up and take their whole game to another level. And they had several moments out there today that they did the same thing to us. I think what helped us a little bit is that I'm starting to get a little bit more help from our rotation guys. And today, I think for the guys who came off the bench, we were, was that 6 for 6? No, we missed one shot with those guys. And we have not been getting that type of contribution from our bench, which allowed us to give our starters rest and us be able to sustain our effort for long periods of time. And I thought that was the difference for us, just being able to get some positive contributions from our guys off the bench and allowed us to not be playing 40, 39, 38 minutes like we've had to play because of our lack of experience. Pitt is a very challenging team for us to play against because they run excellent offense, and at the end they have several guys that are good at ISO, where they just can isolate you and take you off the dribble. And I envy some of the actions that they were successful today against us by getting in the lane, drawing our defense, and finding guys on the perimeter and kicking. And they went through a period there where I didn't think they was going to miss some of those threes. But this is a great victory for us when you take under consideration how we started the season, and to win 2 games in a row on the road means that we're maturing, we're making some progress, and hopefully we can continue to keep playing that way. We have 2 ranked teams coming to play us this week at home, Miami and Clemson. And I hope that we are able to find ways to be ahead by at least a half a point after the game.
Leonard, Pitt came out to a hot start, it seemed, in both halves. What were you guys able to do to adjust to how they were kind of controlling the pace of the game and changing it in that way?
They were executing their game plan much better than we were executing ours. In the first half, they would reverse the ball 2 or 3 times, and then when people move the ball like that, the defense is always going to make a mistake. I mean, somewhere they will make a mistake. And I thought they took advantage of our lack of ability to sustain defensive positioning for the whole length of the shot clock. And we had a timeout there, and we expressed to our guys in a very nice, loving, calm way that they need to be a little bit more efficient on the offensive end in terms of removing the ball, making them get a decision, and do to them what they were doing to us. Defensively, I thought we tightened up a little bit, wasn't doing as much reaching, and we were containing the dribble. And in the second half, Pitt went to ball screening, knowing that we were going to switch, and was taking advantage of our freshman post guy. I mean, he was solid, but that was their game plan, and they did a mighty fine job, and that really got them back into the lead and made a seesaw game of it.
How much do you think your team has grown in terms of composure from the first game of the season until now, when you come into this environment and come out with the win?
Well, to be very honest with you, we've made tremendous improvement since the beginning of the year. This is the first time I've ever had a team when I don't have any 3rd and 4th year players. The most mature guy I have on my team is with us. It's their 2nd year with us. And we have a bunch of freshmen. We're not the team that I intended to have. The way college basketball is now, you lose players when you don't expect it. And I think I wouldn't expect it to have this team together. I expected to have some guys that decided on their own, which is you have to respect the fact that guys make decisions with relation to what they think is best. And then I have 2 injuries, 2 ACLs. That's 5 guys that I intended to have that I don't have. So we are a team that's evolving. We're not anywhere close to reaching our potential. Every game is a unique opportunity for us. The day we happened to, Darren Green gave us a tremendous lift. And I thought we had periods where we really moved the offense, and we had some periods where we showed that we had experience, and Pitt took advantage of every one of them.
Leonard, you made 10 threes tonight. Pitt had come into this game. They defended the 3 pretty well. What were you guys able to do to get so many makes from outside?
I just think that we executed better, and we moved the ball and moved body. And the way the game is, if you come down like we were doing in the first part of the game, keeping the ball on one side of the floor, making 1 or 2 passes and taking a shot, that's not sound ball. But you have to give your guys freedom to be aggressive. We just was not executing the way we should have been executing, and they took advantage of it. I thought there were times, though, where we moved the ball better. And I thought Darren created some shots on his own, some of those threes that he made. But we are already an improving team overall, shooting free throws, and we're starting to shoot the ball better from the perimeter as well. I think we shot, 50% from 3?
Yeah.
I take that every day.
Leonard, in these last 5 weeks, how do you expect this to play out? I mean, you've seen a number of teams. It seems fairly wide open in this conference. How do you feel like?
I know you might find this hard to believe, but I haven't had the luxury of looking at anything other than what we're doing. I mean, I can't tell you where anybody's ranked. I don't even know where we are in terms of the standing. I don't have the luxury of doing that. I've been focused and on just trying to do what we can to help this team get better. And I'm anxious to see what we do for these 2 home games at home. But not having, for us, the way we teach with the culture that we develop and the system that we run offensively and defensively, we like to have a little more experience. And right now we still teaching. We was in practice yesterday, and things we are going over in January, late January, like we are now, things we should have, with an experienced team, only really have to discuss. So we're growing. I don't know where we are. I just know we're getting better. I like to look in our guys' eyes, and the night shows that we're making some improvement, which against a really, really good team. I mean, they've proven that they're more than capable of playing good basketball. Tonight, we was a little bit better than they were tonight.
Any more questions for Coach?
Yeah, just one more, sir. Coach, late in the second half, Pitt had started up another run, but then your team just responded with clutch shots. What does that say about their, I guess you could say, even their resolve, their focus and mental toughness during that time?
Well, I think we're growing in our culture, and it's taken some losses, to probably get our attention as to how hard you got to play at this level to be successful, how you have to execute, how we got to create for each other. And I thought we had some of that during those tough periods. We just resorted back to moving the ball and making the extra pass. And we've been fairly successful with our offensive and defensive system, but we've always had some matured juniors and seniors, guys who have been in our program for 3 and 4 years, to set the example. This year, we haven't had that.
Coach Bob Miller, late start to the season, starting at more minutes. How do you think he's been meshing with the other guys in the court?
Well, in the first place, he's a young man who really, really cares. And he's not in the type of playing shape that you would like for him to be. He had shin splints when he came to us in May. Didn't start practice with us until October. So he missed all summer, all those workouts. And then you set out 16 games, and you play your first game and you get on the plane, you got tonsillitis. And so he missed the second game. So he's going through some trials right now, but I think he's responding very well. I thought tonight he expired himself. He actually come out of the game, and but him going in tonight and taking the ball to the basket and then feeling comfortable to take a perimeter jump shot and knock it down. I thought his defense was excellent. His effort was very good, sliding his feet, and we need that type of length on the court. But we also are impressed with the fact that he can contain the dribble, even if he's 6'11". So I think his best basketball obviously is ahead of him, and he's making tremendous progress. Had a lot to do with us being able to come away with a victory today.
Are we all set?